Still talking politics, stakeholders of the People's Democratic Party from the southeast are demanding the zoning of the 2023 presidential ticket to the southern part of the country. This was part of the resolutions reached at the end of their zonal meeting held in Enugu. Our correspondent Abba Kyari has more on the story.
Arriving in Enugu, the southeast capital, are PDP stakeholders from the 5 southeast states. The purpose of the meeting is simple: making public their position on the 2023 general election. Without much ado, they went into a closed-door meeting. After about 3 hours, they emerged to make public their resolutions.
In today's meeting, we unanimously resolved and agreed that the zoning of the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come 2023 should be zoned to the southern part of Nigeria.
The group stood its ground on the issue of zoning in the state and constituency and resolved it must be strictly adhered to in all the states in the region.
Where there are zoning patterns, they must be strictly observed and adhered to.
Earlier, at another news conference, a pan-Igbo sociocultural group is more specific in their demand for the Southeast to produce the next president. They went further to urge all registered political parties in Nigeria to zone their tickets to the Southeast.
Ought to follow its constitution and zone its presidential ticket to the Southeast as a recognition that it is the only part of the South that has not held presidential power since 1999.
Issue of total exclusion in the political climate, where since the inception of the 1999 Constitution as amended, even if you take it back to the 1970 as a benchmark, where the leader of the government, or even the head of state, or even the president has not come from the Southeast.
The 18 registered political parties were taken to court to enforce zoning of presidential tickets by all the political parties to the Southeast.
The request for Southeast to produce the next Nigeria president is gaining momentum to compensate a zone that has not produced a president since the end of the Civil War in 1970. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
Now to judicial matters, Justice Emeka Mwite of the Federal High Court, Abuja, has refused bail to the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari. The court held that the NDLEA has placed sufficient evidence before it, enough for it to refuse bail. The NDLEA, in its counter-affidavit to Mr. Kyari's bail application, held that it's inappropriate to grant bail to the applicant because of the facts and the circumstances of the case. The applicant is already facing extradition on charges of wire fraud. The second applicant, who is an assistant superintendent of police, is under investigation for money laundering and may face charges on same. The court also ruled that the medical challenges of the applicant is not beyond the capacity of the NDLEA, and the applicant is a flight risk and may jump bail. It's on these premises the court refused the bail application of the first and second applicant. The court also refused the bail application of the fourth and fifth applicants on grounds that the respondent has been able to establish criminal responsibility against them. The matter was adjourned till 27th of April for ruling. To other matters now, the Nigerian Navy says it has intercepted 2 more vessels for alleged involvement in illegal activities along the Bonny Waterways, River State. One of them was laden with more than 2 million liters of crude oil, suspected to have been stolen. Senior reporter Uche Okoro reports.
When Navy personnel on routine patrol arrested Empty Prayer, they discovered that its automatic identification system had been switched off for 2 weeks. The technology provides information such as a ship's unique identification, position, direction, and speed. This is what enables authorities to track and monitor its movements. With the device turned off, Empty Prayer was at liberty to navigate the maritime space undetected, an action that the Navy describes as a serious breach of the law. The 14 crew members now have to account for the source of the 2.5 million liters of crude oil and another 10,000 liters of diesel found in the service tanks.
Her automatic identification system, based on Regional Maritime Awareness Capability Center information, was confirmed to have been switched off for about 8 days from 29th December 2021. The base has been directed by the Naval Headquarters to hand over the vessel to the Economic and Financial Crime Commission for further investigation and possible prosecution.
Upon this taking over ceremony, we will subject the vessel in question and the crew members to thorough investigation and ensure that everyone involved is prosecuted.
MT-SIBO also disabled its automatic identification system and went off the radar for 3 months. The Navy eventually tracked it down to the Bonny Channel. So far, vessels operating undetected in Nigerian waters remain a major setback to maritime law enforcement efforts, especially those targeted at curbing economic sabotage.
The vessel later switched off her automatic identification system until 19th February 2022. Consequent upon the foregoing, the vessel was arrested for automatic identification system infractions as well as expired NIMASA certificate.
This vessel was handed over to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency for appropriate sanctions after failing to provide valid documentation. Uche Okoro, TVC News.
And the Nigeria Police Kano Command has denied any involvement in a rumored nationwide strike by police officers in the country. The Kano Police Commissioner, Samaila Diko, disclosed this while addressing journalists in the state. Ibrahim Isa reports.
The Nigeria Police Mobile Force on parade to kickstart the daily security activities at the Mopol 9 headquarters in Kano. The police rank and file are reported to embark on an industrial action. The Kano State Police shunned the move following directives of the Inspector General of Police, Usman Al-Alibaba. Kano State Police Commissioner Samaila Diko reiterated that his command will not embark on a strike.
I have gone around within the metropolis and I have seen, yes, the policemen have turned up, they have come out for their duties. We have obeyed and respected the instruction of the Inspector General of Police. And you can see in Kano, we doesn't even have that intention. We are a regimental force and we are obedient to our superiors and we respect our organization.
At various divisions, policemen embark on their daily activities. Some of the members of the police rank and file in Kano who spoke to TVC but want their identities hidden say they will not join any force to commit crime against the state.
It is a negative for a police officer to think of going for a strike because there is nothing like in the police. So I'm totally not in support of it.
Before I used to buy my clothing, the uniform I will wear, I will buy it. But now the IG has supplied it to us freely, and all of us have got it. So we are indeed happy that the IGP may be extended more years so that we will benefit from his experience and his helping hand.
The last time policemen embarked on an industrial action in Nigeria was in 2002 under the tenure of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. The industrial action led to the removal of the then Inspector General of Police, Musiliu Smith. The police in Kano say they will continue to be committed to their duties of protecting the state.
The Nigeria Police Force Kano Command says it would continue to serve the people for adequate protection of lives and property to be achieved. Ibrahim Isa, TVC News.